Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your God Will Never Desert You reading. So, based on that topic, we're here to find out what does God want you to know. And I was guided to this deck for you. So let's see. Two more, Virgo. Alright, at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Queen of the Outsiders. It says, I have arrived. I am where I will always be. In love. Queen of the Outsiders or King of the Outsiders. This is the divine feminine deck, so everything is gonna be about queen and she and goddess and all the feminine energies. But I know that we have men in here, so just know that you're King of the Outsiders. If you're a man, it says, I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. So what's that saying? That's saying that as long as you stay in that energy, it doesn't matter where you are and what you're going through, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Now, being in the energy of love doesn't mean that you have to allow people to abuse you. Doesn't mean that you have to allow people to use you. Okay? Being in an energy of love simply means that you're being fair, not only to others, but also to yourself. Libra energy. Try to find a balance. Okay? That's what being in love means. Because if you love somebody else and you don't love yourself, that's imbalance. That's unhealthy. If you love yourself and you don't love others, that is equally imbalanced. That is equally unhealthy. Life is a responsible balance of give and take. Okay? Life is best lived in a responsible balance of give and take. God says, if you stay in that energy, I'll be with you and I will never desert you. But if you slip into that energy of hatred, if you slip into manipulation, being in your devil energy without a just cause, I can't play a part in that. You're on your own with that. Okay, that's what God wants you to know. Our devil energy is meant to be a servant, not a master. So life is a responsible balance of our God energy and our devil energy. There's a time for both. Use them responsibly to get the best out of life. Outside of that, you're out of order. And therefore, the universe can't make you feel like you're right when you're wrong. Karma has to bring the balance back. It's a must. Okay? It's divine order. So if you want God to defend you and be on your side, don't break divine law. Or else God can't save you. Not even can't. God won't save you, because then God will be teaching you the wrong things. It's like if you have a child who is doing something that you know is wrong. And instead of correcting that child, you reward that child and never correct that child. Now the child is your child, so you can tolerate their bad behavior. But the rest of the world, when your child goes out into the world on his or her own, we are not going to tolerate that behavior. That child is your prince. That child is your princess. They are not our prince or our princess. Okay? So, if we train up a child in the way that they should go, then they will never depart and you will have done your work. If you don't train your child in the way that they should go, then they will never be on the right path and the rest of the world will not tolerate their ignorance or their bad behavior. So it's the same for you. It's the same for us. When we misbehave, God must correct us, or else we will go about life continuing to disrespect others and live out of order and create chaos in other people's lives. It must be punished, because it's creating an imbalance. It's upsetting other people. And if those responsible for that person isn't correcting them, then somebody else will correct them. And they won't have as much empathy or sympathy. I hope you're understanding. Let me break it right down for you. If you have a child who likes to, let's say, fight, you allow the child to fight their siblings in the house, and that child goes unpunished. Then the child gets old enough to go out into the world, and the child decides to use that same attitude on strangers. They're not going to take too kindly to that type of treatment. And your child just may never come home again. That child is your prince or princess. That child is not our prince or princess. Do not spoil your children, and therefore God does not spoil us, or else somebody else will ruin us. So God must punish us when we do wrong. It is for our own good. And if you don't understand, then the rest of it is your responsibility and your business. My work here is done. We will kill your unruly child. Or we will gang up on your unruly child and beat the bad out of him or her. Or we will imprison your unruly child. Teach your child how to behave so that we don't have to teach him or her. Because we're not going to have as much love and sympathy or empathy for your child. It's not our child. So, God is teaching you how to behave. As long as you stay in that energy of love, God will never desert you. But when you want to go about creating terror in other people's lives, God is like, you're on your own with that. You started the fire, you put it out. Okay? I warned you already. So, we have the prophetess of the sacred way. Sacred way. Or the prophet of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Your heart is a compass. So if you know in your heart that something is not sitting well with you, then perhaps you should not engage. Stop drowning out your conscience. Your conscience is there because it is your guide. It sees what you don't. It sees not only days ahead, months ahead, but also years ahead. It sees to infinity. It's saying, don't do that. Don't go there. Don't deal with this person. Listen. And God will never desert you. You don't listen, and you open that Pandora's box, as they say. However you get it closed is your business. Follow your heart. Be true to yourself. When you know better, do better. And God will handle the rest. God, for the underlying issue, queen or king of the outsiders. You don't have to be liked by anybody. You don't have to be given you don't have to be accepted and liked and cheered on by everybody. It starts from within you. Do you approve of yourself? Do you like yourself? Are you happy with how your life is going, the direction that you're going in? Are you content with your choices? That's where it starts. When you start there, other people, perhaps some that you love, they may not like your choices. But at the end of the day, it's not their fate. It's your fate. If you do the best that you can today when it comes to creating the quality of life that you will live tomorrow, then tomorrow you won't have much regrets, and you definitely won't have someone else to blame if the choices that you make are all your choices. I've been telling you this for years now. Make sure that they're your choices. People are free to offer their opinions, their advice, and all these great things. But the final decision should come from within you, Virgo. Or else you have none but yourself to blame. Because you chose to listen to somebody else, that means you allowed somebody else to drive your vehicle, and wherever they make you end up, you allowed them to drive your vehicle. Take the responsibility. You allowed them by listening to their advice and following their advice, not following what's within you. That's not their fault. If they tell you jump over a cliff, are you just gonna jump? Or are you gonna decide, you know what, that I know that's a bad idea and I'm not gonna do that? It's the same with all your other decisions. You and God need to be the only two pilots driving your vehicle, primarily. If somebody offers you their opinion and it coincides with what you and God also feel, then it may look like you're following their decision, but it's not their decision. It's just that great minds think alike. But don't be feeling like you should take path number 2 and somebody that you love tell you take path number 1. And when you take path number 1, you end up in a bare load of trouble. And then you're thinking, I should have never listened. Really? These readings have been coming out for you for years. It's too late to have not listened once you're already in the trouble. Virgo. I don't care how you feel about me right now. I'm here to talk to people who actually need to be spoken to in this way. So if it's not resonating with you, and if you don't appreciate what I'm saying, don't send me no bad juju. Lock off the video and leave the class so that people who want this message can receive it in peace. Your family doesn't always have to be somebody who is blood related to you, especially if those who are related to you by blood are leading you down the wrong road. If you're gonna give somebody your allegiance, then you need to seriously consider, where is this allegiance leading you to? Because you have a choice. Maybe your family isn't your family. Or maybe it's better that your family not be your family. Or your friend not be your friend. Take control of your life, Virgo. Or else when you end up where you don't want to be, you have none but yourself to blame. And if you go around taking out your vengeance on people who have led you down what you consider to be the wrong road, you will be racking up negative karma for yourself. And you will pay for that. You will pay for not taking control of your life when you had the opportunity to do so. And you will pay for directing your anger outside yourself. It is your fault. If somebody tell you, if those same people tell you, take this gun, put it to your head and pull it, are you gonna do it? The same way you can say no to something like that is the same way you can say no to anything else they tell you. And if you choose not to take that right that rightfully belongs to you and execute it, wherever you end up, even though it's their advice, it's your fault. I feel God coming to like the end of the tether, telling you this. This is not the first time that we've had to tell you this. So that means you keep doing the same shit and expecting a different result. Whoever has been advising you, whether it's friend or family or business partners, associates, whoever, you need some new ones. You need positive, uplifting friends who would lead you along the path of healthy love. Because love could be unhealthy as well. You need people to teach you what healthy love looks like. Not infatuation, not idolization, not lust, healthy love. Giving somebody their high ratings for the right reasons. I did a reading for you not too long ago, and it was telling you that your best bet is to take your karma and stop telling lies trying to delay this shit. Because you're only making it worse for yourself. I'm done here. It's up to you. It's your life. But for those of you who care and want to make this thing right, you want to change the direction in which your life is going, reach out to your God. In all honesty, in all humbleness, and with patience. And talk seriously to your God and to yourself. Speak your truth. Okay? If you're afraid, admit you're afraid. It starts there. Because once you understand what's going on within you, then you will know how to navigate best to overcome the challenges that you face. But if you keep lying to yourself, you'll forever be stuck in the Eight of Swords. You'll forever be stuck, feeling powerless, and wanting to blame everybody else for your misfortune. God will not tolerate it, my love. Okay? Find your strength. Find your God and start to do some proper healing. Take back power and control over your life. I wish you the very best. Until next time, I hope to hear better reports. Okay? So, all the very, very, very best. Okay.